Can you feel that at all, or is that numb? Okay, so I find that particularly useful for around this area here. Like using the edge of that. And you really feel a lot of fine detail going on in here. Can you feel that? The flickings over of little tiny bits and pieces?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are different tools that we can use, especially for the feet. All right, but I'm not going to get too caught up in that detail right now. Instead, what I want to do is just give a bit of a general warm up to his feet, work them over. I might squeeze each toe, move each joint side to side. Because I want to give him a bit of an overall massage for his first treatment. I could later on get into some specifics and really spend a couple hours just on this foot. Okay, but this time I'm just giving it a bit of an all over go. This is a nice ankle move. We keep the legs nice straight up and down, and we're just rotating the ankle around. Later on we can combine that with some nice moves where we get into some nice pressure points here. Some people find that a little bit uncomfortable, but if they're tight. How would you describe that?
Tight.
Tight, yeah.
That wasn't uncomfortable.
It wasn't uncomfortable?
What you did wasn't.
No.
That's uncomfortable.
Okay. He's also a bit tight through here. This, yeah. This also shows belly tightness. Okay. If you're having trouble with your fingers, you can use your knuckles through here. If it's really hard for you, just use your elbow like this, and just caressing. A bit of pressure, and then just a nice move like that. How's that pressure for you?
It was
It's a bit uncomfortable.
Pretty tight, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Does anybody want to have a feel? See if you can feel the tightness in his foot right there. Yeah. So like I say, at first we're just going to warm him up gently. We're not going to get too stuck into him because he's just gotten on the table. You know, could be a bit much if you go in too hard to start with.
You know when you were rolling the ankle before?
Yeah.
Is there any way you can't or shouldn't manipulate the foot? Or anything?
Yeah, always support. Don't do it like this. A lot of people do stuff like this. That doesn't feel supported, okay? It has to be back here, okay? And then what you do is you don't move this. So what you're doing is you're feeling for where is his movement. Okay, this shouldn't hurt, this move. This should feel quite good. Sometimes if somebody's had a sprained ankle, you have to just go really gently within their range of limitation.
So it's basically doing that shape.
Yeah, it's showing you how much movement they've got in their ankle. He's got a pretty good range of movement there.
Sometimes you get people, there's not much angle, you
Yeah.
can't move it around
That's
much
right.
at all. And then you get some people that are really athletic and you feel it kind of clip, 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 clip. You
Yeah.
get those crunchy
Yeah.
ankles.
I sprained my ankle a lot when I was younger, and now it's still clunky. Yeah. Some of them, once you injured ankles, they're very hard to fix, but his are good. But I can still feel a bit of resistance, and that's where I bring it straight down here, and I find the point where it's resisting, and then I can hold it. So a lot of people would find this move very uncomfortable, but he's pretty good with it because his ankles aren't too bad. How would you describe that out of 10?
3.
3. See, a lot of people would be like,
Your
wow.
thumb is the part that's uncomfortable, the rest of the time.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So he's not so much an
when you were
ankle
asking
problem
just
here.
then, sorry to interrupt, was
Yeah.
when you're saying out of 10, 3, are you talking about pain?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
to see, like, because we
discomfort.
don't want
Yeah,
him tightening up
discomfort.
against
Yep.
us.
Yep.
That's the thing we're watching for. We want it, ideally we work as deep as what he
Yep.
can handle
Yep.
while still breathing into it.
Yep.
And that's how much, then we can get more tension out. If I end up just doing this
Yeah.
for him, right? It's all, 0 out of 10 pain, and he's all, it's all, oh, isn't it sweet, isn't it a wonderful world kind of massage. But it's not really,
Yeah. Yeah.
doing anything for the poor guy. He might like that, but he might not. You don't like that real light stuff, do you? No. He wants you to get in and find his tension. He doesn't care how much it hurts. Yeah. Okay, because I can feel a lot going on in here.
What is that?
That's belly tension in reflexology.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it, eh?
Yeah.
See, I'm quite empathetic. I can feel it for him.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
The grinding habits.
Yeah, you feel that band? Yeah. So that again is kind of, I use the feet for diagnosis a lot. As you see, we got the charts up and all that. To me, that's just confirming what I thought, which is really his belly's tight and he needs a lot of frontal body massage. That's why I'm not going to waste too much time here, but I'm still giving it a bit of a workover, and I can tell him your belly's tight. In case he's not used to having his belly done, 2, it gives him confirmation how much he needs it. Okay?
That play working there, where does that run from there?
It's going to go up through here again. That all through these points in here,
Does it run down the back of the
and then it runs. A lot of it runs through the front of the legs, but it can go straight down a bit into the back here as well.
Oh,
Yeah. So again, we don't want to work him too much here. Just warming him up a bit. So again, you don't have to just use your fingers. You can use your knuckles through here just to feel what's going on. He's got a bit of tightness on the edge of his foot here as well. Oops. Can you feel that as well?
me?
Yeah. Pete, can you feel that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm experienced. Yeah, I can feel it. 1 out of 10. Go to 10 on.
So again, coming in through the side. So I'm giving him a bit of variety too, so he doesn't just experience one type of pain. He's got a whole smorgasbord there. Okay, so after I do that, I can also do moves like this where I just gently turn the foot, twist it. It's a nice one to gently loosen it up. You can see things clicking a bit more. Getting in there a bit more. How's it feeling? Good?
It's good pain, it does.
Yeah. So he's a little bit used to massage, so he doesn't mind it. Now I'm going to come along the edge here. Right up here into the ankle a bit too. I can hold in here.
Are you running along the foot bone, or are you just between the pad and the where the bone meets?
More like just above this part of the side
Yep.
of the foot.
Yep.
And coming into join, sometimes, like I said, where you'll see this band running. Unfortunately, you can't see it through here, so you just know, okay, it's running there because you can see where it's going,
Yep.
and so you just sort of work that whole area. I can do some nice, like, caressing moves here of the back of the ankle. Some people find these a little bit uncomfortable. We can also hold and just gently shake. Then we can come up and start to now loosen up the calf a little bit more. Again, I'm just going for whatever tension I've gotten out of his foot to get out of here. If I've got 20% out of here, I should be able to get 20% out of here now. And then I'm also coming up along this band that I showed you before with my thumb. Okay? And I'm using that part of my thumb just to caress it. I don't have to. I could flick it over like this. I could use like this and use my forearm here. Again, just gently to start with, because it's just a bit new for him.
That generally hurts down there.
It depends on the person and how tight. Some people will hurt when you touch them like that. And other people, they don't hurt when you dig your elbow into all your body weight and somebody pushing on your shoulder. And some people, they just love good pain, you know? Okay, a nice move to do as we come up through here to get in deeper is to actually moving the leg like this and applying pressure through here. That can be done with your hand like this. If you need to get in deeper, you could use your elbow. It's a bit stronger move though. Some people might find that. You can tell he likes it.
Is that just wash the face just in case?
But again, here I'm just using like 5 or 10% of my body weight. So with elbows, again, the good thing about this saves me a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And I adjust my pressure to suit him. If he wants it deeper, I just lean in a little bit more. And as he relaxes, I go in deeper. As we take off the tension on the surface, I can actually get into it a bit deeper. I like to hear him vocalize a bit. It's kind of quite musical to my ears. You guys didn't realize it.
He wants it deep, or how do you know that he actually?
No, I can feel it relax. As long as he's breathing or letting noise out, that's good.
So when they actually bash the floor?
Well, it depends if he starts calling me his uncle or not. Usually that means no. You can have different ways. See, some people, they can scream, but they're really enjoying the massage. Other people are like, oh, no, stop. What you'll feel is you'll feel them tighten up against you. If you're going too strong, it's generally they're tightening. They'll protect it. Other people might go, ah, but they're still giving you their leg. It's like, oh, that's good. It's like a dog when you scratch. It's sacral area. They love it.
Done, it was like, I was banging, it's like, just leave me alone. It's
Yeah, well, that's what you got to be
Not
able to
deep
distinguish between whether somebody's just letting go or whether they're wanting you to stop. If somebody says stop, you just stop. And then they go, oh no, I want you to keep going. But some people do, some people don't. You work within what he can handle. You still enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gone to the place where it's, if you go further, then I'd be screaming or needing to scream to let it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm just working it. Like I said, I'm just wanting to work him quite gently now. We're not doing the screaming stuff yet. Do that a bit
Well,
later.
moving the lower part of the leg back and forth, are you contracting
That's
muscle
right.
underneath against the pressure of your...
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're releasing the pressure as you...
No, actually I'm keeping it pretty steady.
Yeah.
And then it just extends and loosens, so it sinks in deeper. So you see how it's just steady pressure. This is a way that instead of, see, I could work him like this.
Yeah.
See how much more effort this is if I want to get in deeper?
Yeah.
This is just a way I've been using it for the last few years just to save me a lot of energy. And it just sinks in and gets in really deep. I could use my palm, my knuckles, my elbow.
Okay.
Or if he was on the ground, I could use my foot or my knee. Yeah.
Because that looks as a stretch too, that way, isn't it?
What's that? Yeah, so it stretches it. So now I've done that, I'm just coming back, having a feel of the calf. Again, just doing a gentle twist of the foot. You can hear some nice clicks happening. That's just bones going back into place. So have a feel now. See if you can feel any difference in that leg compared to the other one. Remember how this one was tighter? Feel it looser now? Yeah, big difference, eh? See, because he can handle it pretty well. I know he's just the kind of guy that likes results, you know? He just wants me to get in there and loosen him up. You don't mind me sort of interpreting for you, do you?
You can actually.
Yeah, he's not saying much.
Yeah.
Feel light.
You can see as you were doing the foot that the relaxation was coming up the body.
Yeah.
But it was also affecting it happening with back.
That's right.
Things happening.
That's it. So you don't loosen up the back by working on the back. You loosen up the back by working the legs usually. And the whole part or the arms. Feel the difference now? Feel how this one, see how this one wants to immediately just flop off the table, too. And that's just the back of it, we've only done the back. See how it's nice and soft up here now? And this was the tighter one, remember? So now what I do is balance them out. This is more just what I call a warm-up to a massage, really. Once we get into the front, it's going to be a lot more fun, so if you're getting bored, don't worry. Okay, so nothing too complicated right now. We're just going to balance him out a bit, just so he feels that both legs are done. This one should be a little bit easier. Again, just warming him up. Some nice strokes. Again, I'm virtually taking, see if you notice, I'm virtually taking the pressure off as I go over the back of his knee. But not, a little bit of light pressure is all right through there. And then just having a feel.
That's the area where a lot of people have varicose veins too.
It is, yeah. course, with varicose veins, you'd be doing something quite different. You know, we'd be working over them. You all right?
Yeah, yeah, just the way you do that.
Okay, so again, right here, I'm feeling a lot of tightness just in this area here. Again, in reflexology, this area relates to the belly, specifically the large intestine. So it just confirms that he really needs a lot on his front. Oftentimes I'd have rolled him over. If he was more used to massage, I'd have probably started him on his front. And it's easier for, you know, just a more conventional way to work is the back. I find most people leave way more on their front than their back. But a lot of massage therapists don't do it, so people aren't quite used to it. So people who aren't used to massage, I work their back a bit first.
I think it's less confrontative to start that way.
It is, yeah, that's right. It warms them up gently. Gets them used to it, you know. Does anybody want to feel this tension through here? You have to go quite deep to feel it. It's not that easy. It's a bit. You could feel it when I was working on it, couldn't you, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah.